wouldn't be possible. Now, without further delay, we're going to take you to the field where Tim Parrish is going to bring you the pregame show and the play-by-play. Enjoy the game and go Lumberjack!
And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at City Park Fields as the Lumberjack boys baseball team gets set to take on the Timberlake Tigers out of Spirit Lake in non-league action. And nice day for baseball action. Supposed to get a little bit of weather the next couple of days, and hopefully it won't affect the fields too bad, as I think there's a game coming up on Saturday here at home. I think it might be Saturday. I'll have to double check. I've got the schedule with me to go over that a little bit for this week. But that is it. We've got a very nice, clear, sunny sky today, though, about 45 degrees outside. Looking for a nice day of baseball here at City Park Field. The girls are also playing down at the softball fields today, so if you're not doing much and you can come on out to cheer on either one of the teams, definitely do so. And hopefully we have some good baseball action. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back with a little bit of a pregame here from the City Park baseball field here in St. Maries. Lumberjacks hosting the Timberlake Tigers. Lumberjack baseball. We'll be back.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend Checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? Do you need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home or shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Maries community for their fundraising efforts and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
Attention high school sports fans. Are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Idaho needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Maries community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Maries, is a proud Lumberjack supporter. because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Maries choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life, plus they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Maries. So let's hear it for our hometown team. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Maries at 105 North 8th Street, St. Maries.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Tim Parrish back here at City Park Field as your St. Maries Lumberjacks get set to host the Timberlake Tigers of Spirit Lake. And once again, a gorgeous day here in St. Maries for some baseball action. Clear skies and a nice view of St. Joe Baldy and the snow that's still out in the higher elevations. Got the Tigers doing their innie-outie. Lumberjacks completed theirs. Game time set for about 7 minutes from now. And the Lumberjacks, they come into today's game with a 1-1 record. Had their first action last Saturday up in Kuski, Idaho, taking on the Clearwater Valley Rams. They split with the Rams in a doubleheader. St. Maries won the first game 6-5, and then they lost that second game 16-6 in a game where it was fairly close in the sixth inning. And then the Rams went on a run and scored a whole bunch of runs to 10-run rule the Lumberjacks in the bottom of that sixth inning. For the Timberlake Tigers, they come into today's record, according to Max Preps, with a 2-3 record. They've played quite a few games so far. They had a loss 13-3 at Moscow. They have a loss 7-4 versus Sugar Salem. A win against Weiser 3-1, and then another win against a 2A opponent, New Plymouth 12-2, and then they lost to Fruitland at Fruitland 3-0 in what I believe was their last game. Fruitland, I believe, is a 3A school as well as Weiser and Sugar Salem. So Timberlake getting a little bit of a look at some of those opponents from down south early this season. I'm not sure where those games were played, to be honest with you, because I don't know if Timberlake is ready to play back then. So they might have went and found some neutral sites to play these games in, but because those teams are from way down south. But in any case, the Tigers with a 2-3 record, St. Maries with a 1-1 record. And the head coach this year for the Lumberjacks is Craig Wicks, and assisting him this year, I believe it's Craig Teft. As Teft, we know all about his medical issues he's going through, so he's not listed as the actual head coach this year, but he is an assistant to the Craig Wicks. And you got both coaches here now meeting at home plate with the umpires and getting ready to get this game underway. In the early part of the season, you've got Wyatt Holmes batting .714, Cody Teft, a freshman, batting .375, Julian Grimaldo, 167, Dylan Holder, 250, Trace Wicks, 143, Brock Anderson, 167, Riley Abel, 667, Landon Holmes, 200, and Jackson Nantel, 250 for a team average of 333. In those first two games, St. Maries had 57 at-bats, 12 runs, 19 hits, and 11 RBI. So not a bad outing as far as the two games. To get 19 hits in two games is not bad numbers at all. I think in the first game I read that Wyatt Holmes struck out 9 batters up there, and I'm not sure how the other pitching did. Take a look here. Wyatt Holmes had 4 innings pitched, earned run 1. So he has an ERA right now of, let's see, where is that earned run average? 1.62 for Wyatt Holmes. And he will be the starting pitcher on the mound here to get this game going for the Lumberjacks. He only walked 3. And did he hit any batters? Hit by pitch. Looks like he hit 1 batter in that contest. So let me see here if I can give you kind of a wide roundup of the outfield for St. Maries. We've got Wyatt Holmes on the mound for St. Maries. It's going to be Dylan Holder behind home plate. thought I had these placed right earlier, so I'm guessing right now Julian Grimaldo, I think, at first. Let's see, who's number 42? I think 42 is Cody Teft. He's going to be at second. Or no, Landon Holmes is at second base. Shortstop is going to be Trace Wicks. Third base, it looks like it's Brock Anderson. Left field, it looks like it is Cody Teft. Center field is going to be Jackson Nantel, and right field is going to be Riley Abel. I mean, double check. No, that is not right. So Jackson Nantel is actually at first base. So I got to find who our center fielder is. That is Julian. That makes a little bit more sense to me to have Julian out there. And it is the number 3, Cody Teft in right field for the Lumberjacks. I think I've got everybody else right there. Let's go ahead and go to get this opened up. And the batters for first 3 batters for the Timberlake Tigers is going to be Cooper Linz, Kenny Wells, and Caden Robinette. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with the first pitch.
Any adventure, any task, any time, there's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at St. Maries Don Cycle. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly lineup. For the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your utility ATV at St. Maries Don Cycle or YamahaMotorsports.com.
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
And we're back.
Tuesday's hardware.
And we're back. The first pitch to Cooper Linz, fouled back for strike number 1. On deck is Kenny Wells. Next pitch from Wyatt Holmes on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 count now to Cooper Linz. Holmes looks in, gets his signals from Holder. The stretch, the pitch on the way, swing and miss, strike 3, and he'll go down swinging. That'll bring up Kenny Wells with Caden Robinette on deck. Grant Alloway in the hole for the Timberlake Tigers. Holmes set, stretch, the pitch on the way. That one just a tad bit high, ball 1. Behind home plate for today's game is Clark Grogan. Dom over in the outfield position for the refs or the official umpires. Next pitch up high for ball number 2. So strikes out the first pitcher or first batter in 3 pitches, and he's now down 2 balls, no strikes to Wells. 2-ball pitch on the way. Again, just a tad bit high, I think, on that one. Holmes needs to bring that pitch down just a little bit. 3-0 count, pitch on the way. And that one misses as well, high and outside, ball 4. So he strikes out the first batter, walks the second. That'll bring up Caden Robinette, pretty good-sized guy. Takes a look at his armband to see what the coach's offensive signals is. Steps into the box. Holmes takes a look over to first base. Gets his signals from Holder. Nice uniforms, looking uniforms from the Lumberjacks this year, pinstripe and all. That first pitch is going to be swung on for a strike. Lumberjacks have white uniforms with pinstripes. Green numbers outlined in gold. They have their names on the back of the jerseys, like your classic baseball numbers. And there's going to be a pickoff and an out at first base. Nice Next pitch is a strike. So now Caden Romanette has 2 strikes, no balls, 2 outs, nobody on now. Next pitch on the way. That one is a little blooper over the top of the shortstop. It'll drop in for a base hit for Robinette. Just a little medium line drive just over the top of Trace Wicks into the gap out there for shortstop. That'll bring up the 14 of Grant Alloway. 2 outs, runner on first for the Tigers. On deck is Jesse O'Connor. In the hole is JT Arms. Breeze picks up here at the field. Holmes takes a look over to first base. Now sets back, looks into his catcher. Now he's going to try that same pickoff attempt over there. Not going to get him this time. So still 2 outs, runner on first. Alloway at the plate for the Tigers. First pitch low for ball 1. Again, they're going to have the throw down over to first base. Didn't get it there in time, but chases the number 12 of, well, I'm not sure. This doesn't. And that next pitch is going to be a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Alloway. 1-1 count. Holmes, the pitch on the way. That's fouled back, strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Alloway. Once again, if Alloway gets on base, it'll be O'Connor on deck for the Tigers. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Holmes checks first, sets up on the rubber. The pitch on the way. That is laced down the first base line, drifts foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, still the count. Everybody resets after the foul ball. Holmes, once again, sets up, gets ready, delivers the pitch. It's going to be a hit by pitch. So Holmes had him where he wanted him. And let him off the hook with a hit by pitch. Got him on the wrist, Coach Teft. I think they were double checking, making sure he got hit and it wasn't off the bat, I guess, as Coach Teft was wanting an explanation of it. That brings up Jesse O'Connor with runners at first and second now for the Tigers. 2 outs. On deck, JT Arms. Holmes gets his signals. Checks to second. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to O'Connor. Holmes now checking second base again. Set the pitch on the way. A little high and inside on that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Holmes, junior pitcher, expecting big things out of him this year and even into next year. He's a pretty good pitcher for the Lumberjacks. That pitch just a little low. Ball 2. 1 ball or 2 balls and a strike now. Holmes looks in, gets a signal from Holder, sets up, takes a look over to second base. Pitch on the way. That one's going to be a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, evens up the count. 2 outs, runners at first and second for the Timberlake Tigers. Top of the first inning. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the sides. There were, let's see here, I've got to see if I can find, well, there was no hits, I don't know. There was 1 hit, 2 left on base, no runs, no errors. And after half an inning, the Lumberjacks and the Tigers all tied up. We'll be back.
Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler drops in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goals. Use Ace Hardware as a place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in the responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, if you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
And we are back, and we've got your defense for the Tigers. Caden Robinette will be pitching behind home plate. Jesse O'Connor over at first base. Parker Hawley, second base. Carson Huston at third base. Grant Alloy, shortstop. Cooper Linz, right field or left field. Ty Gallimore, center field. Kenny Wells, right field. Raj Olivieri. Leading off for the Lumberjacks will be Trace Wicks on deck. Brock Anderson in the hole. Wyatt Holmes. And let's see, Trace Wicks in his first two games of the season batted just 143. Looking to turn things around here in the third game of the season. I'm using my phone today because I forgot my actual tablet up at home, so I don't have access to some of the stats and stuff because I don't know where to find it on using the phone. So information may be a little bit limited throughout the game as far as some of that. So Wick steps in. Almost steps in. He's got 1 foot in the box, 1 foot out. Now he's in, ready to get things rolling. Lumberjacks first at bat here of today's game. This is just a single header. First pitch on the way. Outside corner, strike one. Robinette looks in, pitch is on the way. Same location, outside corner, strike two. I think Wicks thinks they're a little bit low, but he's not getting the benefit of that call from Grogan, as it's now 0-2 count to Trace Wicks. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Had to protect, strikes him out. That'll bring up the, I believe, junior, Brock Anderson. Anderson batted 167 in the first two games of the season. First pitch from Robinette to Anderson. Swing and a miss inside on that pitch. Strike one. That pitch broke to the inside. It looked like it was kind of coming straight down the middle and broke in. Got Anderson to swing at that one. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Brock. On deck is Wyatt Holmes. In the hole, Riley Abel. One count, 1 out, nobody on for the Lumberjacks. Robinette looks in, gets ready. The pitch on the way. Swing. Only a half swing. I think they're calling that a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Had to check down to the first base umpire. Brock swings at that next one, though. Breaking ball to the outside. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two count to Anderson. 1 out. Next pitch. That one's going to be down low. Runs the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Anderson. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to be down low, and Anderson works his way into a walk. With a runner on first, 1 down, brings up Wyatt Holmes for the Lumberjacks, junior. Wyatt Holmes bat 7-14 in the first 2 games. Went 7 appearances or 7 at-bats, 8 appearances, 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 RBIs. Had a good outing against Clearwater Valley. Holmes steps in. Ready for the first pitch from Robinette. It's on the way. It's going to be outside, maybe a little low. Ball 1. Holmes steps back in, gets set up. Robinette checks first, gets a signal. Pitch on the way. A little bit low once again. 2 balls, no strikes now to Holmes. Robinette sets up on the rubber. Tries to throw to first. Doesn't quite get there in time. It was close. Rock went down a little bit too soon. Had to do a little low crawl back to the bag. Did Anderson. Robinette now checks. Pitch on the way. That's going to be an outside corner, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now to Holmes. On deck, Riley Abel. In the hole, Cody Teft. Cody, a freshman. Robinette gets set. Next pitch on the way. Right down the middle, a little bit up. Got Holmes to swing right under the top, underneath it. 2 balls, 2 strikes now as it's evened up to Holmes. It was a nice looking pitch. It was definitely one that you'd want to swing at, but swung right underneath. Next pitch on the way, strikes him out. Gets him swinging. Brock Anderson is going to get over on the stolen base. A close play at second. Timberlake fans thought they had him. 2 down. Runner on second for the Lumberjacks. It'll bring up Riley Abel. 8-ball, I believe, is his nickname. 6'6'7" is his batting average from the first 2 games in Clearwater Valley. First pitch on the way. Nice pitch, nice swing. Strike 1, though. A little bit of ball movement on that one. On deck is Cody Teft. In the hole is Dylan Holder. Robinette looking in, gets set, takes a look at second base. The pitch on the way. That one was a high pitch. Abel couldn't hold off on it, though. 2 strikes to Abel. Now he has to protect. Next pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 1. Maybe trying to get him to chase something. 2 balls, or 1 ball, 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch on the way. High outside, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, we've got a runner on second base for the Lumberjacks. Bottom of the second inning, or first inning, no score. Next pitch on the way. Nice looking pitch. A good swing by Abel. Just got a piece of it. Fouls that one back. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Robinette looks in, checks with his catcher, looks over to second base, checks on the runner. Next pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball out to the shortstop. Shortstop is going to scoop it up. Throw to first is in time. And that'll be out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for the Lumberjacks. After 1 inning complete, there's no score. It'll be JT Arms leading off for the Tigers when we return.
Do you need help finding that perfect gift? Looking for that personalized touch? Come to Jack's Pharmacy in St. Maries and let us fill your balloons. Not only does Jack's carry all of your gift and party supplies, but we're here to serve you with all your personal care items. Come in and let our personal care experts help you find just what you need from our wide selection. If we don't have it, we can get it. Plan your party at Jack's Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Have you noticed that
And we are back here at St. Maries City Park Fields. Lumberjack boys baseball hosting the Tigers from Timberlake, Spirit Lake, Idaho. A little update of something coming up. The Firefighters Pancake Breakfast for the St. Maries Fire District will be on Sunday, April 2nd, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is $6 for adults, $5 for children 5 to 12. Children under 5 eat for free. Join the firefighters of St. Maries Fire Protection District for their epic annual pancake breakfast. Includes pancake, egg, sausage, coffee, juice, and more. Bring your family and your friends. It supports the St. Maries Firefighters Association's Benevolence Fund. Grogan getting some housekeeping done at home plate. Getting ready for the first pitch to JT Arms. Holmes has 20 pitches in his first inning. First pitch off the helmet of Arms, and he'll be hit by pitch down to first base. That ball, I think, curved the wrong way for Wyatt as he didn't quite have full control of that pitch. So leadoff man on for the Tigers. They'll bring Olivieri to the plate. Parker Hawley on deck. In the 7-8-9 batters now. That pitch misses outside. Ball one. Next pitch off speed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Holmes looked in, gets a signal from Holder, takes a look over to first base. Runner takes his lead. Pitch on the way. That was fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Olivieri. Holmes takes a look to first base. Arms gets a lead. Holmes sets up, now steps off. Once again, Holmes sets up the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out for the Tigers. Brings up Parker Hawley, the number 8 batter. On deck, Ty Gallimore. Then back to the top of the order to Cooper Linz. First pitch misses outside. One ball, no strikes to Hawley. Runner on first for the Tigers, 1 down. Next pitch on the way. That's up high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Hawley. Holmes sets up, pitch on the way. That's going to be a called strike. 2 balls and a strike now. 1 out, runner on first for the Tigers. Next pitch on the way. Going to take a swing at it. One that came in low. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Hawley. 1 out, runner on first for the Tigers. No score, top of the second inning. Lumberjacks and Tigers high school baseball action on KOFE. Next pitch, fouled down, or fouled out into the, fouled off regardless. I think it went over towards the basketball courts. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Parker Hawley with 1 out. Once again, still a runner on first. Holmes takes a look to first base, checks back in with the catcher, pitch on the way. That one is left down low, runs the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Holmes again, checks with Holder, now over to first base. Runner takes the lead, takes this little step back over to the bag. They're going to try the pickoff. to chase him back over. It's not going to be there in time, but does make the runner think about it. As Holmes resets now. The pitch on the way. Again, fouled back as the battle continues between Hawley and Holmes. 7 pitches so far to Hawley. Next pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. Puts runners at first and second for the Tigers with just 1 out. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Ty Gallimore. Holmes gets his signals from Holder, now sets up, takes a look to second base. Pitch on the way. That one missed just outside. Ball 1. Might have been a tad bit low. That was like a curveball that just misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Holmes right now behind in the ball strike count. He's got 19 strikes, 16 balls, so about even. Stretch, the pitch on the way, a swing and a miss at that one. 2 balls and a strike now to Gallimore with 1 out, runners at second and first. Holmes checks second base a couple of times. Again, third time looking over to second. Now the pitch on the way. That one's going to get away from him. Ball 3, and I'm going to call that a wild pitch. So both runners advance on the wild pitch. So runners in scoring position for the Timberlake Tigers with just 1 out. 3 balls and a strike to Gallimore. The Tigers looking to maybe load the bases here. Holmes, the pitch on the way. And ball 4 will do so. Top of the order now for the Tigers. Lynn struck out in his first at bat. First pitch going to be up high. 1 ball, no strikes to Cooper Lins. Bases loaded with 1 out. Next pitch on the way. That one's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lins. Once again, bases loaded for the Tigers with just 1 down. Tigers have an opportunity here. Let's see if Wyatt can get the Lumberjacks out of the bind. Next pitch on the way. Oh. They're going to call it a ball. I think what Grogan is saying is that he stepped down to the box right when the pitcher was in his motion, so you don't grant time for that. Coach for the Tigers want an explanation real quick. It doesn't matter. It's counted as a ball, so it basically favors the batter anyways. Two balls, 1 strike count to Lins. That was what they were wanting clarification on. I think it was the pitch was the count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice pitch from Holmes. The stretch, the pitch on the way. That's going to be hit out into right field. Riley Abel is going to come up and scoop it up, and it's going to be a base hit and an RBI for the Tigers for Cooper Lins. So bases still loaded, one out, one run across for the Tigers. That'll bring up Kenny Wells, who walked in his first at bat. Holmes, first pitch to Wells, on the way, high and inside. 1 ball, no strikes to Wells. This inning lasted too long for Holmes. Swing and a miss on that one. Strike 1 as he's up to 45 total pitches. One pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wells. Next pitch. That's going to be a ball. And nobody's going to advance on the wild pitch. That one ends up behind Wells. Holder able to get to it fast enough to hold the runners at the bags. Right now, the whole infield covered in shadows from the big trees here at the park. 2-2 count to Kenny Wells. Next pitch on the way. Going to get him to swing it off-speed pitch. He gets the strikeout. 2 down. Runners at all the bags. Bases loaded. Brings up Caden Robinette. He hit that little line drive, soft line drive out over the shortstop's head. That's Trace Wicks. Just got it over the top of him into the gap in his first at bat. If Lumberjacks get out of this with only allowing 1 run, that'll be considered a pretty good outing, really. That first pitch fouled back, strike 1. On the deck is Alloway. Next pitch on the way. Low outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Robinette. You got Parker Hawley at third, Ty Gallimore at second, Cooper Lenz over at first base for the Tigers. 1-1 pitch on the way. Inside, a little bit too far. 2 balls and a strike. Robinette steps out, now back in. Holmes settles down up on the mound, takes the stretch, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Robinette. Two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Tigers do end up with the bases loaded. 3 left on base, 1 run across. And I'm not sure. I think there was 1 hit in that inning. It's 1-0 in favor of the Tigers going into the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Cody Teff leading off. Dylan Holder on deck. Landon Holmes in the hole.
That behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events. Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Idaho.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
And we are back into the bottom of the second inning. Cody Teff will lead off for the Lumberjacks, a sophomore, batting in the number 5 slot. In the first 2 games of the season, he batted .375. Got 8 plate appearances, 8 at-bats, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. Solid outing for him. Then it'll be the senior Dylan Holder on deck. And sophomore Landon Holmes in the hole. Timberlake finishes up their warm-up pitches. Teft steps in. Ready for the first pitch to Cody Teft. On the way. Strike one down the middle. Take that first pitch, kind of see what you're looking at. The pitch on the way. That's a swing and a miss. Strike two to Teft. Teft did strike out 4 times, though, in those games. Oh, 2 pitch to Teft on the way. He got just a little, I think it might have been like a tip that was caught. So I'm going to call it a tip, caught foul tip. So out number 1. Brings up Dylan Holder, senior, batting .250 on the season. Only 2 games played, though. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Holder. A swing and a miss at the first pitch for strike number 1. Robinette with 24 pitches. I think Holmes is up to 50. One thing you want to do is keep your pitch counts low when it comes to baseball. Next pitch on the way. Swing at a high one. Didn't think he was going to swing at it at first, but he does end up offering up at it. Strike 2, 0-2 count to Holder. 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the second inning. 1-0, Tigers lead. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to miss outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Landon Holmes comes out and retrieves that ball. 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike 3, catches Dylan Holder looking at that one. That'll bring up Landon Holmes. He's a sophomore. He batted .200 in the first 2 games of the season. He had 1 hit, 1 walk. First pitch to him, down low, outside, ball 1 to Landon Holmes. The younger brother of Wyatt Holmes. Oh, 1-0 pitch on the way. That is a high fly ball out into right field. Are they going to lose it in the sun? No, they're going to get the catch. That's Olivieri with the fly ball out into right field, and that will retire sides. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for the Lumberjacks. And let's see here. Still the 1-0 in favor of the Tigers, and it'll be Grant Alloway leading off when we return for the Timberlake Tigers.
Have you ever noticed that some companies are around for decades, and you really don't notice them until you actually see them? Kenneth Bechtel Trucking is one of these. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking has been a fixture at St. Maries for decades and still is a community-involved business. Take the time to thank these entrepreneurs that quietly make it on their own and make our community all the better for it. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking. Give them a call today at 245-7209. Kenneth Bechtel Trucking, a community staple and Lumberjack supporter. Good luck, Jacks.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Maries. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
And we are back.
For all your plumbing needs.
We are back. Grant Alloway leading off for the Tigers, batting in the number 4 slot. He was hit by pitch in his first at bat. Top of the third, Lumberjacks trail 1-0 to the visiting Timberlake Tigers. Holmes, the pitch on the way. That's a called strike 1. Coach Teft went out just before they got going here and had a little word with Holmes real quick. Had a little bit of a rough second inning. See what happens here in this third. And that one comes across high. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Alloway. On deck is O'Connor. In the hole is Arms. 1-1 pitch on the way. outside. 2 balls and a strike now to Alloway. Seen a post on Facebook from Kellogg that the district tournament for 2A 1 and 2 district is going to be held in Orofino for both baseball and softball. Next pitch is a ball, 3 balls and a strike. So that means that they're not going the route of district or league champion being the host team for baseball and softball this year. Ought to make Priest River happy with that one. Next pitch, outside corner, strike 2, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Priest River probably, again, like with basketball, isn't going to be traveling all the way over to Orofino and Grangeville for playing games against him in baseball. Holmes kind of had him where he wanted him with a full count, but that next pitch was outside for ball 4. So runner on first with no outs brings up Jesse O'Connor. He struck out swinging in his first at bat. On deck is JT Arms in the number 6 slot. Raj Olivieri in the number 7 slot will be in the hole. Holmes, first pitch on the way, down low and outside, ball 1. Holmes only pitched 4 innings in Kuski against Clearwater Valley. Next pitch on the way. That one's down in the dirt for ball 2. And the runner gets over to second on the wild pitch. Two balls, no strikes to O'Connor, no outs. Runner on second base now for the Tigers. Holmes looks in, gets his signals from Holder, checks with second base, now back in, the pitch on the way, inside again, ball 3. Holmes having a little bit of trouble here. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to miss low, ball 4, and the ball gets a little bit away from Holder, and he didn't really take a lot of urgency to get to it, and the runner's going to get over to third, so runners at the corners for the Tigers. No outs. JT Arms was hit by pitch in his first at bat. And it'll be the number 7 batter, Raj Olivieri, on deck, and it'll be in the hole, Parker Hawley. So still no outs for the Tigers. Top of the third. Holmes with 63 pitches. That pitch up high, ball 1. Holmes checks the bags, throws to second, not in time, or to first, not in time. Pitch from Holmes, outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Stolen base for O'Connor as he gets over to second. 2 balls, no strikes to Arms, no outs. Runners at second and third for the Tigers. So again, St. Mary's in a little bit of a pickle here. Runners in scoring position. Next pitch, up high. Nice snag out of the air by Holder to not let that one get past him. 3-0 count to JT Arms. If he walks Arms, I might expect to see Coach Tefter Wicks go out and have a word with the pitcher. That pitch is going to be a strike 1 called. So 3 balls and a strike now to Arms. Holmes, the stretch, the pitch on the way, and again up high, ball 4. And Coach Teft and Coach Wicks trying to decide who's going to go out and talk to him. I don't know if they're going to make a change or anything, but they are going to go out. The whole infield's going to come in have a quick discussion. As Clark Grogan down here doing some more housekeeping and home plate. Gets the home dish all cleaned off. Doesn't look like he's making any changes. He's just trying to get his pitcher calmed down, settled down, give him a little bit of instruction out there. Base is loaded, though, and no out. So St. Mary's in a little bit of a tough spot here. Olivieri struck out swinging his first at bat, so we'll see what happens with him. On deck will be Parker Hawley. In the hole, the number 9 slot, Ty Gallimore. Everybody back into position. First pitch on the way. Low outside, ball 1. A little bit of an off day, it looks like, for Wyatt Holmes. 69 total pitches, 37 balls, 32 strikes. Next pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of an off-speed pitch there, it looked like. Little change-up. Got Olivieri swinging out in front of it. 1-1 pitch on the way. That was a nice-looking pitch. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Holmes sets up, looks in, gets a signal to stretch. The pitch on the way. Loses that one a little bit up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Two count to Olivieri. Next pitch on the way. Right down the middle. I don't know how he held up on that one, but catches him looking. Gets the strikeout. First out of the inning. Brings up Parker Hawley. He walked in his first at bat. Base is still loaded for the Tigers. 1 down. Top of the 3rd. Tigers lead it 1-0. Next pitch from Holmes on the way, right down the middle of the swing and a foul ball. Strike 1, 0-1 count to Hawley. On deck is Gallimore, then back to the top of the lineup for the Tigers. Holmes, the stretch. The pitch on the way, a swing and a miss, strike number 2, 0-2 count now to Hawley. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. That one's low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Holmes, the pitch on the way. That one's going to be down low. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Holmes does a little bit of work up on the mound, looks over to second, checks around the bags, looks to his coaches, now sets up, looks into Holder behind home plate. Holder gives him the signal, the stretch, the pitch on the way, leaves that one a little high, runs the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Holmes had him right where he wanted him early on. Now we can let him right back into the count here. Hawley readies the pitch on the way. Low and outside and walks a run across for the Tigers. Brings up Gallimore, the number 9 batter. He walked in his first at bat. So Holmes, said, having a little bit of trouble now in these last couple of innings. 79 pitches already for him. I don't think they get too many more over 100 pitches before they have to be taken out. And that's only in not even a full 3 innings of work. That pitch outside, ball 1. So an off day, once again, I'm looking like for Wyatt. Stretch, the pitch on the way. Ground ball, chopped to the second baseman. They're going to try the double play. They can't quite get it. And a run will score. They get the out at second. So 2 outs, runners at the corners now for the Tigers. They've got 3 runs across. Top of the order, Cooper Linz, a strikeout and a single for him. Single was down the first base out into right field. That first pitch to him, a little high and outside. Ball 1 to Cooper Linz. Pitch from Holmes. That one's going to catch that outside corner. A runner steals from first to second. I don't really think St. Maries was looking for the steal. So runners at second and third with 2 outs. 1 ball, 1 strike count now to Linz. Next pitch. That one's in the dirt. Runners coming from home. And the runner will score. So 3 runs across here in the top of the third for the Tigers. Lumberjacks trail 4-0 to Timberlake. 2 balls and a strike to Cooper Linz. 2 outs with a runner at third for the Tigers. Holmes gets the signals, now set. The pitch on the way. That one's going to be up high. 3 balls and a strike to Linz. On deck as Wells for the Tigers. In the hole, Caden Robinette. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 4. Brings up Caden Robinette for the Tigers. A walk and a strikeout swinging for him. Holmes gets his signals, takes a look to check the bags. Gonna throw it over to first. Not in time. Holmes now checks the bags again, looks in, pitch on the way. Line drive right into center field. That will definitely be a base hit. That ball's going to get behind Grimaldo, though, and it's going to bring in 2 runs. I'm going to call that a single. Line drive. So the runner came in. That runner came in on an error because the center fielder let the ball get behind him. And Kenny Wells made it all the way over to third. So now we've got another meeting with Holmes, and we are going to see a pitching change on the mound. It looks to me like it's going to be Brock Anderson coming in to pitch for the Lumberjacks. We'll be back.
Please call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Maries.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Maries Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Maries is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Maries, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjack.
We are Dairy West. That means we are milk people, family people, animal people, people people. We are environment-loving people, giving back people, job-creating people, and glass all the way full people. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
Nice weather is coming, and maybe the winter was hard on your deck or your dock. 10th Street Lumber is your decking headquarters for all of your decking needs. From Trex decking to wood decking and beyond, 10th Street Lumber in St. Maries can have your deck or dock looking brand new. Stop by today and see Pat or one of his hardworking employees to see what they have. 10th Street Lumber wishes the Lumberjacks the best of luck.
And we are back. It is Brock Anderson coming over from third base to pitch, and Wyatt Holmes will go over to third. Anderson has an ERA of 5.25. He does have one win. First pitch is going to be a strike to Robinette. Anderson 7 strikeouts with 5 walks. That pitch is going to be low. Ball 1 ball, 1 strike. Reset the inning. It's the top of the third. 5 runs across for the Tigers here in this inning. Single and a strikeout, a ground ball just under the glove of Holmes, and that'll be a base hit for Robinette. And an RBI, a nice little hard ground ball. Just got under the glove of Holmes. So another run across for the Tigers. Courtesy runner, it looks like. Ryan Guerin, it looks like. To come in for Robinette. That pitch is going to be in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes to Alloway. Alloway hit by pitch and walk in his first 2 at-bats. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes to Alloway. Anderson is a junior. He's got the capabilities as a pitcher. Next pitch is a high fly ball into center. If Julian can play that right and get over to it, he does, gets the out. So high fly ball out into center field. Will retire the sides, but there were 6 runs. I'm not sure. I don't know how to get the recap on here on my phone, but they did have the, see if there's an inning recap here. Doesn't look like it. So anyways, the score is 7-0 going into the bottom of the third. We'll be back.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255. As winter drags on, you still need to stay warm and keep your animals fed. Triple X Feeds in St. Maries has all of those needs and more covered. You can stop by Triple X Feeds and pick up wood pellets for your pellet stove and pet food for your indoor or outdoor critters. Also, as spring grows closer, that means 4-H season. If you have a 4-H member in your household that raises turkeys or chickens, talk to Triple X Feeds about getting your 4-H project. Triple X.
St. Maries Realty is a St. Maries icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Maries Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Maries Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Maries.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Heidi Kruger, your St. Mary's Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Heidi Kruger is a proud sponsor of the Lumberjacks on KOFE. For all your investment needs, call 208-755-5294 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
And we are back. Leading off for the Lumberjacks, Jackson Nantel Jr., batting .250 in the early going of the season. Still on the mound is Robinette. He's only got 29 pitches. Nantel swinging on that one that broke inside on him. Going to be a strike one. Oh, 1 count to Nantel. Next pitch on the way. That one's a strike over the plate. I think he thought that one was going to be down low for a ball and doesn't get the benefit of the call. It's an 0-2 count quickly to Nantel. On deck will be Wicks, in the hole, Brock Anderson. Next pitch on the way. Ooh, that one just misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch looked like a few of the other ones that were called strikes earlier. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nantel. That pitch is going to be down low. It's going to be a chopping ground ball, and they will just get the play in time. You call it a ground ball. It took a big hop out to the second baseman. He was able to get it. First baseman able to retreat back to the bag in time. And 1 out for the Lumberjacks. It'll bring up Trace Wicks, the senior, just batting 143 in the early going of the season. Actually, that is not Trace Wicks. That is Julian Grimaldo. First pitch is going to be a strike. I must have put him as batting in the lineup. Next pitch, ground ball, foul. Next one is fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes to Grimaldo. Trace Wicks is on deck. I must have goofed up in my lineup and not put Grimaldo as batting. Robinette shakes off the first couple of calls from the catcher. Now he sets up. That pitch is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Grimaldo, no outs, runner or 1 out, no runners on. Next pitch on the way. Outside corner, strike 3. Gonna catch him late looking on that one. That's 2 outs. That'll bring up Trace Wicks for the Lumberjacks. And back to the strike on that one. Yeah, my order's gotten itself all goofed up, so I think we're in the bottom of our order. Next pitch to Wicks, swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, 2 count to Wicks, 2 outs, nobody on. Next pitch on the way. That's going to be a drop third. And Wicks will get on the drop third strike. That'll bring up Brock Anderson. I think what happened is I think Grimaldo was the number 9 batter, and I didn't have him on there. Because I think Wicks is the top of the order. Anderson walked his first at bat, takes a swing at the first pitch, strike 1. Next pitch on the way. That one's going to get away from the catcher. A little bit of a wild pitch there. Wicks gets over to second. 1 ball, 1 strike to Anderson. 2 outs, runner at second for the Lumberjacks. St. Maries trails 7-0, bottom of the 3rd inning. Next pitch on the way. That one was a foul ball. It got just past and caught Grogan in the face mask. They're going to give Grogan a chance to walk that one off. Hopefully he's okay. Quick little timeout. You're listening to the home of Lumberjack Sports, 1240 KOFE, St. Maries. I didn't have my crowd mic turned on. Does me a lot of good to not have the mic on when I'm sitting here. Everybody ready to go again. Clark looks to be fine. One ball, 2 strikes to Anderson. Runner on second base for the Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks in a big hole. They trail 7-0. That pitch right down the middle, and I don't know how Brock Anderson held up on that one, but catches him looking. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base for St. Maries. Into the top of the 4th, St. Maries trails it 7-0. It'll be O'Connor, Arms, and Olivieri the next 3 for the Tigers when we return.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Maries. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
When your car's not running right, you want an honest mechanic that provides quality work at an affordable price. That can be tough, unless your dad owns a repair shop. But in St. Maries, times have changed. You have Jim's Auto, and they treat every customer like family. Get everything from regular maintenance to major repairs done at Jim's Auto and Tire Pros. Jim's Auto doesn't just offer oil changes. They're a full-service shop. Jim's Auto can diagnose that check engine light, change your brakes, and fix your alignment. Ask about Jim's Auto's new Express Lane with same-day or next-day oil and tire services. And don't forget, Jim's Auto is an authorized Tire Pros dealer with nationwide warranty, service protection plan, and free roadside assistance. Jim's Auto and Tire Pros located at 69 Milwaukee Road, St. Maries. You're listening to the home of Lumberjack Sports, 1240 KOFE, St. Maries. And we are back, and it'll be Jesse O'Connor leading off for the Tigers in the number 5 slot. Strikeout swinging and a walk for him in his first 2 at bats. And I did find out what I did wrong is I did not put Julian as batting when I had my lineup earlier. Should be straight now. Anderson, the first pitch now on the way, a swing and a miss. Strike 1 to O'Connor. On deck is Arms. Next pitch on the way. Ground ball out to the third baseman. Holmes with the throw to first in time for the out. One down for the Tigers. Brings up JT Arms, hit by pitch and a walk for him. On deck is Olivieri and then Parker Hawley in the hole. Top of the fourth inning. Anderson's pitch on the way. And it was going to be fouled backwards. Strike one. 0-1 count to Arms. Nobody on, one out. Tigers lead 7-0, top of the fourth inning. Next pitch on the way. That one's inside. I thought it might get a piece of him, but it doesn't. 1-1 strike to Arms. Everybody resets after the pitch. 1-1 count. Anderson sets up the pitch on the way. That went a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Anderson sets up the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Arms. Two pitch on the way. That's lined out into right field. Nantel there to make the catch, or Riley Abel, actually, to make the catch on the line drive. 4 out, number 2. Brings up Olivieri with a strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking in his first 2 at-bats. His first time going up against Anderson. We'll see what happens here. On deck will be Parker Hawley. In the hole will be Gallimore. First pitch going to be a called strike 1. Next pitch on the way. A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way. That's a little blooper out into the infield. Scooping it up. No, Landon Holmes is going to get the error there as he didn't get the glove down to scoop that ball out of the dirt. Runner is safe at first. Did not make sure he had completely secured that ball into his glove. Brings up Parker Hawley. 2 walks for him. Takes a swing at that first pitch. Strike 1. Nice off-speed pitch coming from Anderson. Next pitch on the way. Fouled back. Strike 2. 0-2 count to Parker Hawley. On deck is Gallimore, then to the top of the order. Anderson takes a look over to first base, sets up the pitch on the way, the swing, and that is again fouled backwards. The count remains 0-2 to Hawley. Anderson gets his signals, pitch on the way, ground ball right to the third baseman. Going to get the long throw to first in time for the out, and that will retire the side. Nice stop by Wyatt Holmes and a nice throw to Jackson Nantel. No runs, no hits. Was there one? No, 1 error and 1 error. Going into the bottom of the 4th, it'll be St. Maries trailing 7-0. Leading off will be Riley Abel. On deck, Cody Taft. In the hole, Dylan Holder.
We all remember Heidi's Sandwich Shop. Well, Heidi's is now Nellie's Kitchen. Nellie's Kitchen offers the same great menu, the same great service, and the same great food. Stop by Nellie's Kitchen today and try their new breakfast sandwich, the Nellie, or have a fan favorite, the Slumgolian. Nellie's Kitchen is open Tuesday to Friday, 7 to 11 a.m. for breakfast and 11 to 3 for lunch. Also open Saturday and Sunday with all-day breakfast. Eat in or call in your order at 208-245-2223. That's 208-245-2223. Nellie's Kitchen, located at the River City Mall in St. Maries.
And we're back. Once again, the girls are playing down at the softball field today. They're taking on Timberlake as well. They start their season with a 1-1 record. Once again, don't forget, on April the 2nd, it will be the Firefighters Pancake Breakfast at the St. Maries Fire Department. Starts at 7 a.m., goes to 1 p.m. $6 for adults, $5 for children 5 to 12. Children under 5 will eat for free. Wyatt Holmes leading off for the Lumberjacks. Now I got my order all goofed up. On deck is Abel. First pitch is going to be a strike one. Holmes struck out swinging in his first at bat. Tigers have gone around a couple times in their order. This is St. Mary's first trip around the batting order. That one is going to be fouled back. Strike two, 0-2 count now to Holmes. Oh, 2 count to Holmes. He's quickly down. Next pitch on the way. Going to get a piece of that one. Count remains 0-2 to Holmes. Only 48 pitches for Robinette. He's been pretty effective for the Tigers. Next pitch. Inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 count. Robinette looks in to O'Connor, gets his signal. Pitch on the way. Oh, nice pitch. Got him to swing on it, and it was a good swing as well. It was a strikeout on the swing. Brings up Riley Abel. Grounded out his first at bat. Takes a pitch at that first, or takes a swing at that first pitch. Strike one. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Oh, 2 count to Abel. 1 down, nobody on for the Lumberjacks. They trail 7-0 top or bottom of the 4th inning. Next pitch. Outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Abel. Next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Robinette on a roll out there. Cody Teft now to the plate for the Lumberjacks. He struck out swinging his first at bat. 2 outs, nobody on for the Lumberjacks. First pitch to Teft. Inside, going to get him to swing. That one kind of like drifted into the inside and got him to swing. Strike 1. Next pitch on the way. Foul ball, strike 2. This is only the 3rd game of the season for the Lumberjacks, so they haven't seen a lot of live pitching, of course, as the weather and the fields have not been the greatest. Really, the game against Clearwater Valley last Saturday was really the first real good time they even had on a field in this early part of the season. That switch, or pass, that pitch is a strike. It was a drop to 3rd strike, but going to be caught looking. 3 up, 3 down for the Lumberjacks. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Going into the top of the 5th, it is the Tigers 7, the Lumberjacks 0. It'll be Gallimore, Linz, and Wells, the next 3 batters for the Tigers.
T1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at t1fcu.org/ascend. T1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch. Breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Maries.
Do you have a hazardous tree on your property? You need some trees or brush removed in preparation for a home, shop? You need to call Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing specializes in the removal of dangerous trees, pruning, thinning, and chipping. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing also has a bucket truck for those hard-to-reach areas. So if you're in need of some thinning, tree removal, and site preparation, call Andy's Arbor Site Clearing. That's at 208-582-2134. That's 208-582-2134. Andy's Arbor and Site Clearing.
And it'll be Ty Gallimore leading off in the number 9 slot for the Tigers. First pitch up high, ball 1. He has a walk and a single in his first 2 at-bats. Trying to see if I can get an update from the softball game. Next pitch comes across low. 2 balls, no strikes to Gallimore. Top of the order, Cooper Linz coming up next with Kenny Wells on deck, or in the hole. That pitch high and inside. 3 balls, no strikes to Gallimore. And that pitch inside, ball 4. Back to the top of the order for the Tigers, Cooper Linz. He has a strikeout, a single, and a walk in his at-bats or plate appearances. On deck is Wells. The pitch on the way, called strike 1 down the middle. Next pitch on the way. That one just misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little high, I think I heard him say. Next pitch, swing at a low pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get him chase one outside on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Linz. Brock takes a look over to first base. No outs. Runner on first. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. And he'll strike out Linz. That'll bring up Kenny Wells. A walk, a strikeout, swinging, and a single in his first 3. He's 1 for 2 at the plate. 1 out. Runner on first. On deck is Robinette. Anderson with 29 pitches. That pitch is outside for ball 1. The throw down to second, and they're going to get the goal and catch him stealing. So that's 2 outs. St. Mary's has had 2 pickoff attempts defensively, not too bad today. That pitch, that one made me duck because it's a foul ball right back here at the fence. I'm right behind home plate, so those ones make me flinch every so often. 1 ball, 1 strike to Wells. 2 outs, nobody on. Next pitch on the way. That one's up high. 2 balls and a strike now to Kenny Wells. On deck is Robinette if Wells gets on. Next pitch on the way. That one gets away from Anderson. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Three 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Wells. Anderson's pitch on the way. That one I think was fouled off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Next pitch on the way. In and low. Ball. I thought that was ball 4. That must have been ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch on the way. Fouled off. So I was off on my count a little bit there. The battle continues here at the plate. Pitch on the way. That one's high and outside. That'll be ball 4. 2 outs, runner on first for the Tigers, and that brings up Caden Robinette, the catcher, batting in the number 3 slot. He has a single, a strikeout, and a single, 2 for 3 at the plate today. That single was, well, those singles were both to left field. Dylan knocks down that low pitch, ball 1 to Robinette. Pitch on the way. Ball is hit way up high, and it's going to be drift foul. St. Mary's has a chance maybe to get to that, but everybody lost it on the left side in the sun. Mantell couldn't find it. Neither could Riley Abel. It is 1 ball, 1 strike now to Robinette. Anderson checks first. Pitch on the way. Ground ball gets right past the pitcher and out into center field. It'll be a base hit. That thing was a hard hit ground ball right up the middle. Took a big hop right past. Took a big hop right past Anderson. Got out into center field. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Grant Alloway to the plate. He was hit by pitch, a walk and a fly out. He's 0 for 1. First pitch right at the gut. Going to be hit into the gap out into center field. It will bring in at least 1 run. And 2 runs. 2 runs across on the big hit. That was a double into the gap. That brought in 2 runs for the Wildcats, or the Tigers. Julian tried to make a dive at it, but his dive came up about 4 feet short. He probably would have been better off to keep running instead of trying to dive out at that ball. Valiant effort, but it was just a hard hit ball out into the center. Brings up Jesse O'Connor. Strikeout, swinging, a walk, and a ground out for him. 0-2 in his appearances. That one is going to be foul. Down the right field line. 2 more runs across for the Tigers now. They lead 9-0 over the Lumberjacks. Anderson checks the bags, gets his signals from Holder. The pitch on the way. That one's going to be low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dylan Holder, nice job blocking that ball.
No, Brock.
Gets his signals from Holder behind home plate. Checks second. Anderson sets up. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 or 2. Kind of a low pitch there. O'Connor got sucked into swinging at. 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second for the Tigers. That pitch is going to be a ground ball just under the glove of the third baseman. They're going to Cody Teff didn't throw that ball in quickly. He kind of double clutched it, and the run comes in. Yeah, Cody Teff out there and left field, kind of double clutch that. Maybe he thought the runner was going to hold up at third just because of where it was hit, but didn't get it thrown in time. Courtesy runner comes in for O'Connor. Didn't see who it was. It was number 19 last time, I think. Or 17. This time. And that is going to be hit up the gut for a base hit over to shortstop. Runners at the corners. Trying to get this courtesy runner in here. I got it. Okay, so the batter now is Raj Olivieri. 0 for 3. Strikeout swinging, strikeout looking, reached on an error. 2 outs, runners at the first and second for the Wildcats, or the Tigers. I don't know why I keep saying Wildcats. Pitch on the way. Ball maybe a little high. And 2 outs for a while here now. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wildcats with 10-0 over the Lumberjacks. If St. Mary's doesn't play any in the bottom of the 5th, I think it might be into the game. Next pitch on the way. That's going to be a little line driver out to the right field or left field, and that'll load the bases up on the base hit. Bases loaded with 2 outs. Parker Hawley, the number 8 batter. Walk, and ground out for him. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Hawley. I don't know if I got an update from down there. No, I have not. Next pitch. That one's going to be a wild pitch, ball. And they're going to get the out at home. It was a, I don't know if it was I'm going to call it a pick off, I guess, at home. And that will retire the side. So the Tigers played, I think, 3 runs in the top of the 5th inning. St. Mary's needs to get a run or 2 across here in the bottom of this inning. Otherwise, I think with 5 completed innings, it'll be a complete game, and the game will be over. It'll be leading off. Well, I'm not sure if it's Landon Holmes or not when we come back. My order did get a little goofed up, so we'll be back.
With stage 1 and 2 of the sports complex nearly complete, the Lumberjack Booster Club thanks Archie's IGA, Shift and Grind, and the St. Mary's community for their fundraising effort and continued support in making this sports complex come to life. The next stage will be the sprinkler system. The Booster Club is looking for new members. If you have kids in high school or soon entering high school, now is the time to get involved with the Booster Club. For more information on how you can help with the sports complex or questions about becoming a member, contact Donnie Masterson at 208-582-1802 or by email at golumberjacks@gmail.com. And as always, go Lumberjack!
A little bit quicker warm up there by the Tigers on that one. I believe leading off, it's Holder. Which Holder's 0 for 1 with a strikeout looking in his first at bat. Holder, Landon Holmes, and I believe Jackson Nantel. First pitch to Holder, swing and a miss, strike 1, swung right underneath it. Been a very efficient game for Caden Robinette for the Tigers. Just 58 total pitches, 15 balls, 43 strikes. I'm not sure how many strikeouts he has. Next pitch fouled off, strike 2. seeing the strikeouts. Well, yeah, 10 strikeouts it looks like. And strike 3 on Holder. And that'll bring up Jackson Nantel. Or no, not Jackson Nantel. That brings up, like I said, my order got a little goofed up. That brings up Landon Holmes with Jackson on deck. First pitch is low. Ball 1. Low and outside. I got it. 1-0 count to Holmes. He flew out in his first at bat. And this one might be a fly out as well. High fly ball. Shortstop calling for it for the Tigers. Makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Jackson Nantel. With 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch to Jackson, fouled off, strike 1. Let's go. Let's go now, Jackson. 0-1 count to Nantel. Pitch on the way. Swing and a foul tip on that one. 0-2 the count. Oh, 2 count to Nantel. Pitch on the way from Robinette. That's going to be a little ground ball chopper down the first base line, and they will get it there in time. Down to first base. And I believe that is game. It is. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back and give you a quick wrap-up on this game. We'll be back.
Attention high school sports fans. Are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Idaho needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Maries community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreation facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Maries, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Maries choose Farm Bureau insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Maries. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Maries at 105 North 8th Street, St. Maries.
And we're back. St. Maries loses by the 10-run rule here against the Timberlake Tigers by in the bottom of the 5th, 10-0. The Tigers had 1 run in the second inning, 6 runs in the third, 3 runs in the 5th, 10 runs on 10 hits, no errors, 9 left on base. For St. Maries, they had no runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 2 left on base for St. Maries. Timberlake had a pretty good day at the plate. They batted .455 today. They were walked 10 times. St. Maries did have 7 strikeouts. And let's see here. Who's the leading guy for the Tigers today? Caden Robinette was at .750 Ty Gallimore perfect at 1,000. Alloway had 500. Kenny Wells batted 500. So not a bad day for the Tigers. Robinette will get the win for the Tigers. I'll give you his stats in just a minute. St. Mary's is not really much to look at on their batting because they did not get a hit today. Struck out 11 times and I think only had one walk for St. Mary's. Pitching-wise for the Tigers, the win goes to Caden Robinette. Pitched 5 innings, faced 17 batters, 65 pitches, and struck out 11 Lumberjack batters. Pitching for St. Mary's was Wyatt Holmes. Pitched for almost 3 innings. He had 7 earned runs, an earned run average of 18, 6 strikeouts, and then Brock Anderson came in in relief of him, and his earned run average was 9. He struck out 1 and walked 2. Holmes walked 8. So not exactly the day for the Lumberjacks that they wanted to see, but it is a tough 3A squad, so that's going to be it for that one. And the next game for the Lumberjacks is scheduled. Let me find my schedule here. Saturday, the varsity boys host Bonners Ferry for a doubleheader, and the girls host Bonners Ferry for a doubleheader as well. We're kind of rotating back and forth, so we'll possibly do that softball game on Saturday. So we'll let you know as long as the weather is going to play nice with us if that game does happen. In any case, that's going to do it here for us from the City Park Ball Field. St. Mary's falls 10-0 in baseball to the visiting Timberlake Tigers. Have a great day.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjack!